Welcome to Season 3 of Realistic Fitness on SHUPirates.com, brought to you by Adidas. As usual, I'm strength and conditioning coach Angelo Gingerelli, and I cannot be more excited to bring you another season of health, wellness, and nutrition tips, along with all the other Pirate action we bring you on SHUPirates.com. Let's get right to it. I had a really good summer away from the show. I was real happy with the way Season 2 ended. Highlights of my summer personally, a team of us in the athletic department, myself included, ran the Verizon Corporate 5K Challenge out in Morristown. I'm not going to say who had the best time for our team, but let's just say it's the only guy with a weekly fitness show on SHUPirates.com. You can draw your own conclusions from that. And then the other big highlight of my summer was I got married. My wife has actually appeared on Realistic Fitness during Season 2 at the Seaside Heights Half Marathon. And I'm not sure why I'm shouting out here, because I know for a fact she will not watch this. She has no problem telling me that the information we present on the show is average at best, and my attempts at humor are juvenile and forced. But I'd like to shout her out anyway. So let's get right into it for Season 3, and I want to kick off the season with a viewer question. And not a viewer question, but a question I got asked dozens of times this summer, and that's, what do I think about CrossFit? It's obviously the most popular fitness trend out there right now. It's affecting thousands of people's lives, and a lot of people are pulling me to the side, asking me, emailing me, calling me what I think about it. And I want to take this on our first episode of Season 3 and tell everybody, just get it out there all at one time, my thoughts on CrossFit. First of all, the positives. There's a lot of positives about it. It's a really good way to train in the right environment. So the positives, I think, number one, hard work. If you go to a CrossFit workout, you're going to work hard, and that's obviously a great thing for everybody. Group dynamics. Usually you train in a group of 6 or more people. People cheer each other on. You get to know the people in your group, and you get to work hard and kind of have that team training environment like we have with our teams here at Seton Hall. There's constant variation with CrossFit. They do a WOD or a workout of the day, and it's different every single day, so it keeps you motivated that way. And number 2, there's competition. There's competition within your group the day you're training, and then they post up, national and regional leaderboards so you can compare yourself and compete with people across the country. And I think now it's actually a worldwide thing to compete with people across the world. I really like the fact that they focus on functional movement, so they're not doing, a circuit of Nautilus machines. They're doing stuff with real-world applications that will help you live a better, more fruitful lifestyle, being able to pick things up, walk up and down stairs, that kind of functional stuff. Emphasis on balance, flexibility, and core strength. So we're doing Olympic lifts, we're doing a lot of ab work, we're throwing med balls around, really great stuff there. And then I like that it combines all aspects of physical fitness in short, intense workouts. So you might not be able to spend 3 hours in a gym, but if you go to CrossFit, what you're doing 20 or 30 minutes might be the equivalent of what you're doing 3 hours on your own. Okay, so that's the positives. Now it's time for the concerns. I want to be very clear. They are concerns. They are not negatives. I understand the cult-like following CrossFit has. I don't want to be getting emails and IMs and text messages and death threats because I spoke poorly of CrossFit. I like CrossFit. A couple concerns I have personally. Number 1, it's not for everybody. If you're new to training, CrossFit is not the way to start. If you've been training for a while and looking for something new, CrossFit's awesome. They do a lot of complicated movements. If you're going to power clean, if you're going to snatch, if you're going to be doing box jumps, you want to make sure you know what you're doing and you're doing the lifts properly and have some time learning and doing a progression before you just go ahead and max out your power clean. I question the long-term goals of the program. They post a workout every day and it doesn't seem to really be progressing to anything. I think if you should have a goal of where you want to go, and the goal should be bigger than just get through this next 20 minutes of my life. I see a little bit of overuse injuries. We do a ton of box jumps, a ton of power cleans, a ton of squat jumps, stuff like that. Stuff that should normally be done in smaller quantities. So you want to look out for, if you start to feel some patella tendonitis or shin splints developing, it might be time to back away from CrossFit and try some other kinds of training. And the other thing I see is people that are really into CrossFit, and especially on the online community, really focus on overexertion. They take pride in being sore for days after a workout, vomiting, passing out in some cases. I see people post on Facebook and Twitter. And I don't know if that kind of exertion is necessary to just live a good, physically fit lifestyle or even healthy in the long term. So overall, I think CrossFit's a good way to train. It's a good system, and I'm happy it's popular right now. But look out for these concerns and make sure it's right for you before you sign up for a class, which are offered pretty much everywhere across the country. That's going to wrap it up for the first episode of Season 3 of Realistic Fitness at SHUPirates.com, brought to you by Adidas. I'm Angelo Gingerelli, and I'll see you next time.